to the Polettirosa Homestead. How's everybody doing today? Well, I know it's afternoon. It's 1:41 in the afternoon, but I've been busy all morning. But today I am going to do a video on Jimmy Dean sausages. I got these at, it's called United Grocery Outlet. They were 99 cents. How could you go wrong? So right now I've got two of them. I have a couple more, but I've got two of them, and I am going to can them today. So I hope you go along on this journey with me, and I'll show you what I was doing all morning. So this is what I was doing all morning. There is 7 quart jars of tomato sauce. Does anybody else do their tomato sauce this way? There is a woman, if you know the site, her name is Grandma Gina, and she's Bon Appetit. And she's been doing, oh God, I think 300 to 600 jars a year of tomato sauce. And this is how she does it. She gets the sauce really going, boils it up big time on the stove, then puts it in jars, and of course she cleans the rim, she puts the flat on it and the ring, tightens it real tight, and then turns it upside down and lets it sit on her counter. And it does seal. It seals great. I have one that I did, it has to be 1.5 years ago, and it's still good as anything. Just a little food for thought. Let's get started on that sausage. I have to show everybody the find that I got at the flea market last year. Look at this cast iron pan. It's a Lodge. And I found this at the flea market for $10. How could you go wrong? So that's what we're going to use today. And we are going to open up our sausage. And just throw this in the frying pan. And what we are going to do is we are going to just brown it. You don't want to cook it all the way. You want to just brown it. I love the smell of this sausage. It reminds me of Thanksgiving. I put it in my turkey stuffing. And just chop it up. I don't have to put oil in the pan. I'll have enough oil from the sausage. This is so easy to can, and I don't want to leave it in the freezer too much longer. And I like to have it on the shelf 80% of the way cooked, so that if I wanted it, just say I wanted some sausage for breakfast, put sausage in my pizza, put sausage, crumble with my eggs. It's pretty much all done for you. Okay, so let me get this frying and I'll bring you back in, okay? Hold on tight, don't go nowhere. So it's getting just a little brown now, and I've got some fat on the bottom. So what I want to do is, of course, I don't want to can this dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little water in one of my jars. And I'm going to pour the water in here so that I can get a little bit of that sausage flavor in the water, so that when I go to put it in my jars, it's already cooked down with some of the oil already. Oh, it smells so good. This is a great preservation thing. If you have a canner, if you don't have a canner, you could do this and freeze it. Okay, that's about good right now. So let me bring in and let me show you what it looks like. Like I said, I wish I had an overhead camera. Okay, this is what it looks like. You see a few pieces of red in here. That you want to cook down. You don't want the red, well, if you have an itty bitty little piece, that's one thing. But if you have any large chunks, it's not ready yet. But everything else looks good. So let's get it in the jars. Now, if you are not canning this, you're freezing this, this has to be cool because you're going to be putting it in your baggies. Or, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've been told you can freeze, well, you can because I've done it before. You can freeze in these jars. I want to try to get an even amount of sausage in each jar. And then of course I want to make sure I've got enough liquid because I can always add water to this. You're still going to get your flavoring. Now I'm getting low on the juice I have in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more water to this. Mix this sausage in with it. And I have a feeling I'm going to need another jar. But that's a good thing. The more the merrier. We'll see. Because I can put more in those jars right there. Yeah, I think I got enough. So I pretty much have an even amount of juice in each jar. And of course we are going to be adding water to these, to the jars. So let me just top off each jar. Because you want to leave a 1-inch headspace, which, as I've shown before, is that bottom ring right there. So that's good. That's good. And I have just enough to add in my last jar. So I'm excited for 3 jars. Now to make things a little bit easier for me, I'm going to get one of my jars right here. After I make a lot of noise, and a spatula, and I want to make sure I get all this juice and any little pieces of sausage that I have on this jar, on this chart. Okay, on here. Of course, it's a little hot. then I'm just going to take my little guy here and see if I could add a little bit of juice to each one. Now I have to fill the rest of these jars up because I need the water to get to that 1-inch head space. And there I go. Now, does everybody remember what you have to do next? Should be pretty easy. Wipe the jar rims. So many people forget or don't do this part. And they're wasting their time. They're wasting the cost of the food that they're doing because you have to get this brown seal, this brown rubber, to adhere onto the glass. And then screw that on tight. And if Jessica from Three Rivers Homestead is watching, I appreciate that she started this challenge. It has put so much food on in my pantry. Thank you, sweetheart. And it's such a blessing. And it's fun because I look to see what everybody else is doing. Okay, I'll be right back. So here are my 3 cans. I'm going to pressure can with some other stuff. For pints, you do 75 minutes, and if you do quarts, it's 90 minutes. Now, just say I was doing corn. Corn is 1 hour and 15 minutes. You would have to pressure can these for then the 1 hour and 15 minutes. But I'm doing things that are pretty much like, well, no, I shouldn't say that. I am just doing some broth. So broth doesn't take much time at all, and it's not going to hurt anything by me doing it longer. So, like I said, with these, you want to do 75 minutes. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. We're almost over with. Today is day 22 of the Every Bit Counts challenge. So, it's almost over. What have we got? About 8-9 days? Let's see if I can keep going. I'm really pushing. Everybody have a nice day. Thanks for visiting the Polettirosa Homestead. If you haven't yet subscribed, I hope you'll subscribe to my page. Please give me a thumbs up. It means so much to me. Leave me a comment. I love the comments. And have a great day and God bless everybody. Bye-bye from the Polettirosa Homestead.